Express model again. Take 200 and put in your family's pocket. So now you're on the Express model and you're on the Classic model. Once again, once you receive all 4 gifts on that Classic model, it is now completed and it's now closed. Now, if you want another Express model, you have to manually request it. It will not do it for you automatically. All you have to do is log in your back office, put your cursor where it says participant, go down to where it says join a cycle, and all you have to do is join another Express model. That's totally up to you. Or you can say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to go around a second time. I don't see why you wouldn't. If you receive $400, why not come back, be a blessing, so you can also receive as well? Why not? Okay. Now let me show you our turbo model. There is only one type of turbo. It's the turbo $50. You may have as many turbo cycles as you wish. Now, if I'm talking to Bill about the Classic and he sees the entire program and he likes it, but he says, you know what, I just don't have $100, then I'm going to show him the turbo. The turbo can be used as a feeder for the Express or a feeder for the Classic. So watch carefully. Here come you into the turbo. Yes, you're going to be asked to give a gift one time out of your pocket in the amount of $50. Once that gift goes to the receiver and the receiver receives it, he or she will release you and immediately you become a receiver. It's that quick. Now, the only people that's going to give you a gift on the turbo are the ones that you've invited. So if you've got some people that is in the Classic and you're in the Classic and you go to the turbo, if those people that you personally brought into the Classic or into the Express, if they go to the turbo, they will hit your turbo, and guess who gets the gift? You do. Once again, the people that's going to give you the gift on the turbo are the ones that you invite. Well, here comes 4 people that you personally invite into the turbo. All 4 of them come in with the gift of $50 each. They give the gift to you. You have now received $200. Well, if you didn't have $100 to get on the Classic, and if you didn't have $100 to get on the Express, and you got on the turbo because it was more affordable for you, and you received $200, well, what can you do? Well, you can say, you know what, I'm done, I'm finished. Or you can take $100 and you can get in on the Express. You can take $50 and you can get back in on the turbo. You can take another $50 and you can put in your family's pocket. So now you want an Express cycle and you want a turbo cycle. Once again, you have to manually request the turbo. It will not do it for you. The only cycle that will actually do it for you automatically is our Classic. Okay? Now, let's look at one more thing. Our model of abundance. Well, if you look at the turbo, it takes a total of 4 people to close a turbo, including yourself, 5. That's on the $50 turbo. If you look at our Express model, it takes a total of 6, including you, total of 7. So on the Express model, a person can come in on the Express model with $100. It takes 6 in order for that Express model to be closed. And if you look at our Classic model, it takes a total of 14 people. If you have 14 people on your Classic model, that Classic model will be closed. Well, you have a choice. You want to understand what each model can do. Once again, the Classic takes 14. Another thing is this. On the Classic model, you need to have one personal sponsor in order for you to become a receiver. On the Classic model, you need to have 2 personal sponsors in order for you to graduate to the next cycle, which is the Classic 250. If you look at the Express, a person can come into the Express model, they don't have to bring anybody in, and they can become a receiver. They can become a receiver and they can receive gifts, but they cannot come back in and come back on the Express model until they have 2 personal sponsors. On the Turbo, you can come in the Turbo, and the people that's going to gift you on the Turbo are the people that you personally invite. So now let's just say that I'm on the Turbo and I invited Bill. Bill invited Ann. Ann decides to go to the Turbo, but if Bill's not there, then Ann cannot hit Bill's Turbo because he doesn't have one. So the software is automatically going to look upward to find who is in that genealogy who has a Turbo, and they will follow that person. People that you personally sponsor in all of our cycles will automatically follow you no matter where you go. We have a monthly website hosting fee or subscription fees of $16 a month. Or you can pay $45 for 3 months, which will save you about 6%. Or you can pay $85 for 6 months, that will save you about 11%. And if you want to pay it for the whole entire year, you're more than welcome to. That's the savings of about 17%. Let me explain the reason why this is so important. Because if you become what's called inactive, you pay your $16 for 1 month, you get busy, the time flies faster than you do, and you're getting gifts in this activity, you get excited, and you're sharing this activity with other people, they're getting blessed. If you become what's called disabled, which means your hosting fees are due, but you haven't paid it for whatever reason, because you got busy, you forgot, wasn't paying attention, whatever the reason is, you are now disabled. Well, if you personally sponsored me, and I bring in Bill who brings in Sue, and if Ann is coming in and if her gift is supposed to go to you, if you are what's called inactive, the gift could roll up past you because you are not qualified to receive because you are inactive. Listen, we don't want anyone to lose any gifts that they're supposed to get. So if you can afford it, pay $45 for 3 months, so therefore you don't become inactive and you can receive the blessings that you are allowed to receive. I want you to understand that all payments are non-refundable. We have Alert Pay, MasterCard, Visa. You can send a money order in, or you can do a global money card. Remember, if you mail a money order in, make sure that you allow enough time for them to get it and process it as well. Prospering Forever through Elite Resurrect, a special gift for you. Are you going to introduce this activity to the world, or is the world going to introduce it to you? See, I believe that you should never count a person's purse, pocketbook, or wallet. Our responsibility is to give the invite, to invite, to share. Let them make their own decisions on what they feel is best for them. If they want to get involved in the activity, great. If they don't want to, great. Because this activity is not for everybody. It's not. Well, the only thing that I'm going to do is just share it with those and see what they think about it. Anything that I've said made sense to you, we welcome you. We ask that you come and join us. If you decide to get involved in our activity, well, we are blessed and highly favored to have you. And I want to say thank you so much for your time and looking at this information, but also understand this. Have you always been a giver? Have you always been a blessing to other people? Has anyone ever blessed you? Think what this can do for people. Think how this can go out and help those who need a helping hand. Think of nonprofits. Think of your favorite church, or giving to the homeless, or giving to a charity, or making it available for people that want to be a blessing to other people. Every single person that I know needs more money. Okay, if they don't, then that's fine. Who do they know that might need more money as well? I encourage you to get back with the person that got this information to you. Get your questions answered. Go to the website. Look at the information. If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. Whichever way you think, you're right.